Marian and two of the referral officers that she works closely with, Chris and Suzy, tell us how they believe advocacy is making a difference and adding capacity to an overstretched service.
An advocate is someone who supports a person to make a decision. In my case, it's an older person over 50 to make a decision over any future care, or it can be anything. It can be issues they have and they've got nobody to help them. Some issues are in care homes and we help resolve. I had a lady in a care home who was being financially abused by someone who had lasting power of attorney, was a friend, a neighbour. Care home fees wasn't being paid. We tried to contact her quite a few times, as did social services, as did the home, and nothing. So we, with the lady, always kept in the foreground. It was her decision. She revoked the lasting power of attorney, and then the solicitor, we contacted the solicitor to take out another lasting power of attorney that have just been registered, and now I've just sold her house for her, so she's quite happy at the home at the moment. We have the referrals from hospital staff, it could be social services, then we'll go in, sometimes we'll go and do a joint visit with the referrer, sometimes we'll go in alone, it all depends on the circumstances. We'll go in and ask them if they would like my support. I'll give a brief outline of my job and some boundaries, and then we'll continue to support that person then through any decision, and then support them going into meetings in the hospital, any discharge meetings they have planned, and if they don't feel they're confident enough to go into a meeting, and I would go in on their behalf and pass on their wishes.
We often refer to an advocate if we've got something like a change of category of care and the service user has no family or no friends, so then they need somebody who's independent to help support them with the choices of different care homes, maybe going out to visit the care homes. The benefits for the service user to be able to have access to an advocate are that they're able to build up a relationship with somebody that they know is a professional, knows what they're talking about, but they're able to be there a lot more frequently. They can call several times a week for short time scales, which for people in care home placements, if they're tired or they're elderly or they have some form of memory loss, then it's the frequency and the shortness of visits that has the biggest impact and benefit to service users.
If they have got an issue or a problem, they won't always express that to the review officer, and they may not always have the confidence to raise any issue within that time. I think it's important, they need to build up a relationship with someone to feel confident enough to express their views and their wishes.
The effect on the well-being is quite positive, isn't it? You know, they are seeing somebody coming into the home and they see a friendly face coming into the home, and they know that they're going to be able to resolve anything, even by speaking about the issues. Is sort of a trouble shared, is a trouble halved, and they know our service is confidential.
The biggest advantage to a resident of having an independent advocate is they feel empowered, that they've been able to make informed choices themselves, and even if they don't actually get the end result that they were looking for, it's not always about that. It's about they've had the confidence to actually speak about what they want, and the advocate have supported them to have their own voice and share their views and their wishes.